Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching from. Sincerely, I'm wondering why most Nigerians are interested in knowing about Tinubu's past. David Hundeyin has invested so much energy in trying to uncover, expose who Tinubu really is. You remember that during the election, prior to 2023 presidential election, um, there are inquisitions, I think, including by Atiku and the likes. Their plan was like they want to expose Tinubu, his past records. They want to use that to spite him, so that he will be disqualified. Not just to be disqualified, so that Nigerians will know who is trying to contest to become the president of Nigeria. Despite all the efforts, everything, the American side that has the records and everything refused to cooperate. We were thinking at the end of the day, the file of the current president will be dug out and, it will be ground shaking. Meanwhile, I don't think there is anything in the file that may not have been known, unless there are certain things that we're yet to know. But I want to tell you something. You need to know how this world is governed. You need to know, just like it's been exposed recently, there are certain people working for, should I say, the CIA, the people who control this world. They have their people in every country, and they plant them for their purpose. In case you don't know, yes, there are people. Nigeria is not totally independent. In case you don't know, you think Nigeria is independent. No, there are people who still controls the affairs of this Nigeria from outside, and they help to install people who will help them achieve their aims. And that is why you hear Tinubu is a CIA asset. He's trying to expose Tinubu is like you expose vital intelligence operations. It could lead to retaliation. What form of retaliation? Against human sources who provided the information. And could, can you imagine what they said? It could destabilize U.S. security efforts worldwide. You can imagine what they are trying to hide. It is not about Bola Tinubu, just Bola Tinubu. These people, you call them security organizations in the world, that they are world body, they are keeping the world safe. They know what they are doing. Whatever CIA is doing is for the sake of America's government, for their interests. So, whatever every Nigeria is doing, David Hundeyin is an intelligent guy. He's into so many uncovers. Whatever he's doing will be like what the proverbial wild goose chase. No matter, can you imagine something you could not dig out during before the presidential election? Is it now that Tinubu is the president that you dig it out? If you understand how this world is governed, you will just leave certain things. I'm telling you. For example, let me give you an instance. US attacked Afghanistan. Is it not so? Saying they are involved in the World Trade Center attack. Is it November 11 or so? Afghanistan was attacked. Those who were in charge of Afghanistan at that point in time were the Taliban. They were ruling Afghanistan. They were seen as rogues. Afghanistan was seen as a rogue state, this and that, axis of evil. What happened? With the joint effort of the West, because it's always the West at the center. The West are the ones who declare this is a rogue state, or this is a good one. They toppled the leadership of Afghanistan. What happened? Taliban were forced out of power. And there is a new Afghan government that took over. Is it not so? The Afghan took over. The West recognized them. The West did not recognize Taliban. But what happened after many years? Taliban is now in power. The Taliban, that is called a terrorist group, is in power. And let me tell you, the West will still do business with Taliban. It doesn't matter how they came back to power. Now, let me give you another instance so that you understand what I'm trying to say. Even the so-called Mobutu Seko Seko that you heard of, who got involved allegedly in the killing of Lumumba, you could say he did a very bad thing, but Western governments will work with him. Once you have come up, you are now in charge, you are somehow their puppet, they will still work with you, whoever is in charge. That is how these people does. They don't care how you come to power. Some of the times, they are the ones that even help push the person to power. So Nigerians are wasting their time. Yes, they have the right to know who is at the helms of affairs in Nigeria, who is in charge, who is ruling Nigeria. Nigerians have the right to such knowledge. But I don't think they will ever get it. I'm telling you, the world is ruled by a corrupt system. The people controlling the world are working with your leaders, whether your leaders are evil or good. The people controlling the world are working with them. Whoever emerges as your leader in your country will work with the West. That is what you should know. And the West will never bring the person down. Once he is towing, he is their puppet, he is being dictated upon. And that is why during the Civil War, because of their interests, the West will support Gowon to kill millions of Igbos, Easterners, other Easterners. You think they are sympathetic? Do you know the number of placards, posters that were being circulated, being used for protests during the Civil War? Yet, they did not suffer that until they have achieved their aim. Their target in Nigeria was oil. And they knew that if Biafra splits, they will not be taking what they are taking. They might take, but at a renegotiated price. So you need to understand what really happened. So if you're waiting for them to give you, unpack Tinubu's record to you, you're wasting your time. I don't even embark on such trying to expose, no. Because I know that it's a wide goose chase. It's a goose chase, wide one. These guys are working hand in hand. During the election, 2023 presidential election, Tinubu went to Chatham House, UK, Abi. What happened? Atiku went there too. Peter Obi went there. To them, and based on the setup, it's like you have to show yourself there if you want to really appear to be among those contesting. So if you understand this thing, you will not waste your time. I would rather look for a farmland and start farming for food for my children, to take care of my children, than trying to probe into who Tinubu is. It's a waste of time. The corrupt system of the world shields him. You understand? The corrupt system, the evil ruling this world, shields every leader. The only time they will come after a president of a country is maybe he's working against their interest. The moment he could be dictated upon, the moment he could take their IMF loans and every other thing, he will be safe there, irrespective of how he came to power. And that is why when you see groups like freedom groups that wants to like split, even though their reason is legitimate, they are being marginalized, the West looks at their interest. They will come and give, for example, Nigeria weapons to destroy that group because it's against their interest. They are sucking gas in Nigeria. If you want to pull out, they know you will not control your gas. They will give Nigeria weapons to destroy you. You should understand how these things work. So, I will not go looking for who Tinubu is. I will not go looking for probing who he is. He is their asset, just like they told you. You understand? He knows what he can do to them too. He knows what he can do to them. So if you are ever trusting the people in charge of this world, thinking they are there to save you, you are wasting your time. Focus on your family and your community and your area. If you can help people to achieve it. If you are looking at certain leaderships of countries, you will not find their fires because these governments are working together. And this is where I will leave it. Please share this video widely. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Bye-bye for now.